Boxing Social here with Carl Greaves. Carl, how are you?
How you doing? You okay?
I'm good. Thanks for doing the interview. Sam Bowen, what is his official situation right now? What's up?
Well, the official situation is he's been mandatory for the English title for a number of months now. They first put it out for Zelfa Barrett to fight Sam. I was about to put a bid in on the Monday. Got a phone call saying Zelfa's withdrew from the contest. They don't want it right now. They want to build him up and get him a bit more experience before they fight Sam. That was what I was told. But then he has another fight, gets put in for the British title eliminator and accepts that one. So it's a bit of a strange situation. The board looked at it and said, can you try and get us somebody, get someone quick? This is when he was meant to be boxing at Nottingham. I managed to get Chris Conwell in place. We had all that signed and sealed, but Chris Conwell withdrew with an injury. Then the board put it back out to purse bids. They got Michael Devine. I lost the purse bid for that to Steve Goodwin. The fight was all set for June the 3rd. All of a sudden Michael Devine withdraws from the purse bid. Back to square one. Sam still fought on the show. Had a good win against a tough Spanish kid, Gonzalez, who had been over before and gone the distance with John O'Carroll, who's a top fighter. Went the 10 rounds with him. Sam absolutely annihilated him, put him down 4 times. Great performance. And then obviously we're still wanting the English title fight. The board then put it out to George Jupp, great fighter, good top fighter, beat Mitchell Smith. Fought for an interim world title, got beat, but obviously put up a great show. I thought a perfect fight for Sam. I actually won the bids for that fight, and then he's withdrew. So it's very, very disappointing for Sam.
Why do you think fighters don't want to face this guy?
Sam has got a reputation. He had 106 amateurs, 192, 44 he knocked out in the amateurs. Now that's an hell of a record. We know it with the egg guards on. He's a phenomenal talent. You see, the thing is with Sam, he's not on the social media. He don't call fighters out. I'm doing his job for him basically, because Sam's not like that. Sam just gets in the ring, does his fighting, and just destroys people. But we'll fight anybody in the country. I think Sam would win the British title right now. I'm hoping that this situation gets solved with the English. If we can't get anybody for the English title, I'm pretty sure he's going to get made mandatory for the British title now. George Jupp withdrew because obviously that was for a British title eliminator as well. So he'll either get the winner of Martin Ward and Kakache, or he'll have to do a final eliminator against Zelfa Barrett and Ronnie Clark. But I don't see why he should have to do a final eliminator. He's not avoided nobody. We're in positions to fight whoever they put in front of us. Every single time we've accepted the challenge and they've withdrew. So Sam should be fighting for the British title next. But before that, we want a good test. Anybody, you know what I mean? I'm pleading with anybody out there. Just come and give this man a test.
Financially, how tough is it right now? Because people are not... They want to fight Sam Bowen?
Well, people saying obviously he's not with the big promoters and what have you, but that has nothing to do with it. I mean, he's got myself. I mean, financially, I'm okay. I'm putting a lot of money into Sam. He's got a top sponsor in Baz Jordan from Jordan Rose Servicing, who's the money's there if we need it, and he'll invest in Sam if I ask him to. The money's not a problem. We just want the big fights, whether we're on small shows, big shows, or anything. But like I say, the cream always rises to the top. Sam will obviously get his chance because when he's at the British title, when he's fighting for the British title, they're going to have to fight him. If they withdraw again, it's going to look absolutely ridiculous. But I think Sam's level is above British title level. I mean, I'm not going to go into names and what have you, who he's sparred, but he's absolutely annihilating top fighters in sparring. I mean, it's blown me away in 2 and 3 rounds. The kid is an handful. He's an absolute beast.
Is he one of the best fighters that you've ever had?
He's up there with the best. He's definitely the best lad I brought through from the bottom as a pro trainer to where he is now. He's the best fighter by far. I mean, his amateur pedigree speaks for itself. But there's fighters out there who's going to give Sam a test. But we just want him to come and do it so he can prove himself, because at the minute he's got a record where, I mean, he's boxed some tough boys and stopped them, kids that's been over here before and gone the distance with top fighters. Sam's blew them away, but There's 2 or 3 on his record that's happened with, but we want a good domestic British fighter who's going to come and give Sam a test and just to see where we're at with him, because it's very difficult.
When he gets his first big shot, and after that, win, lose, or draw, how far do you think he can go in the sport once the mainstream knows who Sam Bowen is?
I think he can go all the way. I really do. I mean, you got to look. He boxed as a light welter in the amateurs. I mean, you go through his record in the amateur. He's boxed some top boys who's undefeated as professionals now. Who's like welterweights, like middleweights. They're all bigger than him. I think the only guy that's his weight who's a top professional now is Joe Cordina. He's an Olympian. He's with Matchroom. But Sam actually beat him. I know it was a few years back, but Sam beat him. He's an Olympian now, so he's the only fighter really that's still Sam's weight who he beat in the amateurs and boxed in the amateurs. So, and the lads brought the strength with him down to super featherweight, and his body punching is phenomenal, and I can't see anybody being able to take that.
In terms of big notable promoters, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, have you been in contact with them? Yeah,
I mean, obviously we put him on a Matchroom show. He knocked a kid out called Ronaldo Mora, who had been over before and took top lads like Tommy Cole the distance. Sam knocked him out in 2 rounds. The kid was out for 5 minutes with a body shot. That speaks for itself, really. I mean, I'm not saying this Ronaldo Mora was any world beater, but he was a tough, solid lad who'd been around and boxed some good boys and took him the distance. Sam just took him apart. So he's been seen on a Sky Sports show. He was actually on Sky Demand for people to see. That fight's on YouTube. But I've not really been in touch because the bottom line is I want him to fight their boys. I'm not bothered about him being with these promoters at the minute. I want him to fight. Let them boys come and fight Sam. If they're all the top boys from Matchroom, Queensbury,
any names
Frank
you want
Warren.
to mention? Any opponents you want to?
Oh, we want the Zelfa Barretts, and obviously if Martin Ward retains the British, we want Martin Ward, Joe Cordina, Ronnie Clark, all these boys. I want Sam to fight him. You know what I mean? So he don't really need to be with these boys. He's got, like I say, we just want him to fight these boys on their show, and there's nothing better than beating a TV fighter on a TV show. When you're the away fighter, it's a great buzz. I've been there before, and it's happened before many a time when I've been up against it. So that's the situation, really.
Understood. Any final words for the Boxing Social fans?
No, just keep tuning in, watching this guy, because I promise you've got something special there. And if Sam Bowen don't achieve major honours, then I'll be very, very surprised.
All right, there you have it, folks.